What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today, Andrew and I are going to talk about surface and how it affects the Fatal Venom. Stay tuned after the intro. So we know that not everyone is going to match up with every single ball every single time. But did you know that just by changing the surface of the bowling ball, you can make it roll completely different like it did out of the box? For me personally, I never throw a bowling ball right out of the box. I always at least redo the box finish, that way that I know that I can replicate it myself. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to give me a like, a subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every time I drop a new video. And if you like this jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, you can head on over to logoinfusion.com, use my promo code Lewis, and that'll save you 20% off your entire order. Now, we've talked about this Fatal Venom a lot recently, so let's just go over it real quick. The Fatal Venom has the gear core, which has an RG of 2.48 and a differential of 0.034. Wrapped around that gear core is that Infusion Pro cover stock that you guys know that I love, and it comes out of the box at a 5500 laser scan polish, which translates to about a 4000 the Motive Power Gel polish. In this video, Andrew and myself are going to start with the ball at polish, and then we're going to work our way down from 4,000, 3,000, all the way down to 500, and we're going to see how different we can make this Fatal Venom roll. It amazes me how few people actually change the surface of their bowling ball. I see a lot of times where people don't match up to the bowling ball, and then they either get rid of it or they take it to the pro shop and plug and re-drill it. Changing the surface of the bowling ball can be a much cheaper option, and a lot of times it can mean the difference between you not liking the bowling ball and loving the bowling ball. Changing the surface of your bowling ball is the #1 way to change the ball reaction that you're getting. If you need your ball to be a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, you want to go down in surfaces towards that 1,000 or even 500. Then if you want your ball to be a little bit more longer, create a little bit more shape down lane, you're going to want to go into that 3,000, 4,000, even the polish. In this video, Andrew and myself are going to be throwing the Fatal Venom with the out-of-box finish, which is the 5500 laser scan polish, and then we're going to work our way all the way down from 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, and then 500, just so we can show you guys how different you can make this bowling ball. So just because you don't match up with the bowling ball, with the out-of-box finish when you get it on December 9th, doesn't mean that you don't match up with the ball. You can always change the surface to get the ball reaction that you are looking for. Personally, for me, originally I thought that I really liked it with the polish, but then in going back and rewatching the footage, I really liked mine with that 2000 finish. I like my bowling balls to be a little bit earlier and a little bit smoother. Andrew said that he liked his at the 3000 finish the best. It was still long, still created shape, but it didn't really boom off the spot like it did with the polish. We were bowling on a fresh house shot. So when someone like Andrew, when he has that much rev rate and his ball roll is that forward, with the polish, the ball's going to be extremely angular in the back part of the lane and resulting in a lot of 9 pins like you're going to see in the beginning of this video. I'm going to take you guys out on the lanes now so you can see Andrew and myself throwing the Fatal Venom with 7 different surfaces. Comment down below and let me know if you're ordering the Fatal Venom when it comes out on December 9th. Thank you guys for joining Andrew and myself as we go through 7 different surfaces on this Fatal Venom. The goal for this video is to show you how versatile this Fatal Venom is and to show you that you don't need to be stuck with the out-of-box finish if you don't match up to it. These first few shots here are more or less to establish a baseline to show you what the Fatal Venom rolls like with the out-of-box finish. Then we're going to show you changing the surface of the bowling ball, and then we're going to show you the very first shot after changing the surface, and then what moves we are making to make sure the ball goes through the pins the right way with all the different surfaces. As you can see in these shots with the out-of-box finish, the Fatal Venom is very clean through the fronts and very angular down lane despite it having a very low RG. And that's because the surface of the bowling ball is the #1 determining factor in ball motion. So because the Fatal Venom comes really shiny out of the box, it's going to be long and angular. But because that RG is so low, it makes this ball extremely versatile when adding surface to the bowling ball, as you're going to see throughout this video. My opinion with this out-of-box finish on the Fatal Venom is that it's best suited for transition. game 2, game 3, something where you need the ball to clear the fronts and create that shape down lane. This ball on the fresh, in my opinion, is best with a little bit of surface. So now that we have established what this Fatal Venom rolls like with the out-of-box finish, it's time to take it to the 4000 grip. Now, it is very important that we do the entire circumference of the bowling ball. One easy way for myself to make sure I get the whole ball is to start with the logo facing up like it is in the video, do that side, then flip it 180 degrees, do the other side, then do the finger grips up, do that side, and then do the finger grips down and do that side. That way we make sure we get the entire circumference of the bowling ball. Now going from the polish to 4000, you're not gonna see a ton of difference because we're not creating a lot of dust on the bowling ball. So because we're not creating a ton of dust going to this 4000 finish, the footprint in the oil is going to be a little bit smaller, so the ball motion is going to be very similar, just a little bit earlier, and which is why Andrew and myself both went high flush. So Andrew's move off that high flush strike was 2 left with his feet, 0 with his eyes, and as you can see, the ball went through the pins the right way. For me, I went 2 and 1 left, and the ball still crept a little high, left a 4-pin, so I went another board left, and as you can see, the ball went through the pins the right way. And then I threw another shot from the same spot just to make sure that we were in the right part of the pocket. So now we're transitioning into a 3000 grit finish. And again, like the 4000, this isn't going to be a huge footprint in the oil, but it's still going to be a little bit earlier and a little bit smoother than the 4000. So these first shots here are from the same spot that we struck with the 4000 pad, but now we're in that 3000 grit surface. Because Andrew's ball speed is so much higher than mine, he went high flush on his shot while mine went significantly higher and left a 4-6-7. So Andrew's move off going high flush the last shot was 2 and 2 left, and as you can see, the ball went through the pins the right way and absolutely shredded the rack. My move was a little bit larger. I went 3 and 2 left, and that has to do with my ball speed being a little bit lower, and as you can see, the ball went through the pins the right way and did what it was supposed to do. This 3000 finish was Andrew's favorite, and we're getting closer to my personal favorite, which was hands down the 2000 grit. So now we're down to the 2000 grit, and in my opinion, this is where the footprint in the oil starts to become significantly larger than it was with the 3000 and the 4000. So here with the first shot at 2000 coming from the 3000, as you can see, Andrew's ball went super light, and that's because it rolled out. The ball had no energy when it got to the back part of the lane. And then for me, because I'm so much closer to the friction, my ball actually hooked a ton and left a 3-6-10. Andrew's move here was 3 and 2 left, and he mentioned that he wanted to make sure he kept the ball in the oil and it went through the pins the right way. My move was 4 and 1 left, and man, I was blown away with how good this ball rolled and how well it went through the pins. We each threw a couple more shots just to make sure that we were lined up properly, and then my shot, I got a little soft with it, so I threw another one and made sure that I was firm with it, and man, it went through the pins the absolute right way. So now we're at 1500. This is where the dust party absolutely starts. We are creating an even larger footprint in the oil, so giving away the pocket is almost going to be a non-option. So here in Andrew's first shot at 1500, I thought that he absolutely labeled this ball, and the ball bailed down lane and left a super flat 10 pin, and that's because the ball is using up all its energy right away. My first shot here at 1500, I definitely missed left and the ball went really high flush. Andrew here made a move of 2 and 1 left and made sure to stay firm, and the ball was dead money through the pins. He threw another shot from the same spot, but missed it at the bottom, which is why he left that 2-8 combination. My move was 5 and 2 left, and yeah, the ball struck, but it was a little bit light, so I went 2 and 0 right from that, and the ball went through the pins the right way. I did wrap a 10, but it still went through the pins the right way. So now we're entering the 1000 grit, and the footprint in the oil is going to be even larger than 1500. 1000 grit on a house shot should be reserved for people who are lower rev rates or higher ball speeds. The first shot here at 1000 for both Andrew and myself was pretty much the same result, even though we were playing 2 different parts of the lane. The ball is absolutely running out of energy way too early. Both of us are going to have to move right to get this ball to go through the pins the right way. Andrew's move here was 5-0 right, and he wanted to stay very firm. Well, it's safe to say that he was a little too firm in this shot. So he stayed in the same spot and was a little bit less firm, and the ball went through the pins beautifully. My move here was 4 boards right with my feet and 5 right with my eyes. And the ball hooked a little too much and left the big 4. So then I went another 2-0 left, and the ball went through the pins the right way. Andrew moved another 2-1 right and still maintaining that not as firm shot, and the ball looked even better. In my opinion, this 1000 grit is the one that looked the best for him, even though he preferred that 3000. And then I threw a couple more shots just to make sure that I was lined up with this 1000 grit. Okay, so now we're into the 500 grit. And for me personally, the only time I ever hit a bowling ball with a 500 grit pad is if it's a urethane ball and I'm bowling on something short, or if I'm bowling on something that I need a ball to do an extreme hook stop motion where there's enough volume. Now, the one big thing that I want you all to take away from this video is that just how versatile any bowling ball can be if you alter the surface. I can't tell you guys how many times Andrew and myself have thrown a bowling ball with the out-of-box finish and not matched up with it, only to change the surface of it, and all of a sudden it becomes one of our favorite bowling balls. And to be honest, this Fatal Venom is one of those bowling balls. I didn't absolutely love it with the out-of-box finish. I thought it was a little bit too clean and a little bit too jumpy off the spot for me personally. But then as soon as I hit it with that 1000, 2000 grit pad, the ball all of a sudden becomes absolutely amazing, and I can't put it down. Hope you all enjoy these last few shots of Andrew and myself playing the left and the right gutters. Until next time, guys, always stay motivated. Well, there you have it, folks. There's the Fatal Venom with 7 different surfaces with 2 different bowlers. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this video, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time, guys.